Hello. So I'm making a spontaneous video. I felt the calling to do it today somehow about my experience from ISTA. So I've been to ISTA level 1 twice, and then I went to ISTA practitioner training in 2018, which is quite a long time ago now. It's 4, 5, 6 years, 5.5 years ago or so. 6 years. I'm getting lost. Yeah, it's like kind of 6 years. So yeah, I want to just make a video about making a review about it and speak from my heart. And somehow I feel inspired to also say that I really feel that start with the kind of warning. So there are two sides of it. Like the beauty side of it, how it all helped me and my brain, the rewiring of the brain and new start and its potential. So that's the part of it I want to mention, and there is so much about it. The warning that comes with it as a downside, or who is it not for, basically. It's very clear that ISTA is very suitable for some people and not so much for another people. And I feel for me it was okay. The warning that what I learned and what I want to share with other people is then don't overdo it. I heard about people overdoing it, and it works for many people. My own personal experience is I should not have overdone it, just because it was very clear. I think it was clear for everyone that I had a lot of repressed trauma, which was like flooding out of my being. So for me, if someone would have really loved me, would have advised me to seek, before I spend all this money, to really recommend me good quality, very good quality compassionate therapist, which I naturally found working with inner child and years and years of other ways of experimenting and learning and growing. So yeah, that's the warning, that I feel it has a big potential, and I'm glad that people really put a lot of good reviews. So I'm gonna keep jumping around. What is the plus? What is the minus? So now I'm swinging into the plus right now, which is what I noticed after ISTA. It was not the only school I started. It was 2080. I've gone crazy about awakening courses, and in my personal life experience, it was a mistake path because it didn't come from a true inner calling. My true inner calling was completely something else. So I come back to the warning. My true inner calling was to go to Asia. I had a big savings. So that was my true calling, and I also started to fast, maybe my ADHD, study human design slowly, and things were coming to me. So it was very clear that based on who I am, like even with advice of my own calendar or something, that I really need to be very, very careful with my inner calling. And I was very clear, things work out for me always when I do that. However, I didn't listen to my inner calling this time, and I was not so aware that I'm not listening. So I was very much influenced to go to ISTA by other person. So that's the warning I'm sending to whoever feels influenced by someone, because it also happened to my friend. I'm making a closure about ISTA and so many other quite expensive courses I've done in time, and it brought me into financial crisis. It doesn't matter for some people, but it was the mistake path kind of for me, in that sense that my ace card of the life was on the other side. So I didn't follow what is my really true calling. So because I went on the kind of a mistake path, although it's so connected to what I love, it was illusion. My illusion was like, yes, it's the inner work, blah blah, and I was influenced from the outside. So the warning is, don't consider if it's coming from the outside. Someone's influencing you, and say thank you. Be with that, and then that's what I'm doing now. Like, come back to yourself and really come back to what is your really inner calling or whatever always worked for you. Okay, I come back to the plus. The ISTA, what it has, nevertheless, what it has helped me with. And of course, I was super euphoric for at least 2 years about it. And I told my friend to go, and he went. So it was like a ISTA club, you know, for a couple of years. And even at least for a year, I was doing kind of ISTA and similar schools clubbing with other people who done a similar thing. So it was like this kind of relationship pool. This is like a mild plus, I would say, that it's kind of like that kind of that mild plus. The big plus, the big benefit was that I started to go deeper into my layers, myself, intimate with my more shadows, with who I am, how I am, and with love. And it gave me this strength that no matter who I am, I love myself. So it did last me for a couple of years, this kind of self-holding, and then I went on to deeper study with Till Swan myself. So I was creating an even deeper foundation with relating to myself. So that was the beginning of this intimate relationship with myself. That was beautiful. And also because of touching the layers in myself as a evolving being, human, I was able to listen. Since that time, I'm able to be very good with music, lyrics, to really be like diving deeper into English expression, expressing yourself through the art like music. And I can really be, it improved my attunement with art improved like 100%. Like through the art like music, you can really read people's emotions and so on. So that was really beneficial. I really improved that like really well. So I'm able to really like 70-80% like really be one with the lyrics of any sort of song, because I'm so much in a deeper relationship with myself and with the musician. Yeah, so it's one of the amazing benefits. It's like an inner tattoo, yeah. So it is transformation. It is forever. It is truth that it has a massive potential. So I feel like I've covered the basics, like the basic warning and the basic benefit, and there are surely a couple more. So all the best.